Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. Tirico in the booth with Greg Olson and Blake Groupie on the field to get this started. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he's going to be hit and drop behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
We'll try and run it with Brooks. Hey, he's going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, but that looks a little short. It is short, and now it's 4th down.
That's just a great job defensively, Mike. Here's a chance they have to get off the field. They sell out for the run. They know it's coming, and they're able to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback.
Okay.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Crack all 80. 65 cat. 65 cat.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Go.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Hot 70. Hot 70. Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Stephanie Timberwolf. Ready.
On play action, Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. That is hard. And he will score. A.T. Perry, touchdown Commanders.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got ready. Go. 60 by Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Now, faking the give. That deep for Olave. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Ready up. Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. Jonathan Brooks. And he will score. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact balance and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
It is good. Makes the score. Commanders 14, Saints 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, ready. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60. Mustang 19. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
19 Wyatt. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check smash. Check smash.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Pass caught right side by Kraft. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Jonathan Brooks, touchdown Commanders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes a return from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get the 1st down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll stay on the ground. And you'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4. They'll stick with him again, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New Orleans.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this...
That is intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half. Throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
The extra point is good. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer.
Right back to the air following that pick six. This is caught down that right sideline.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air once more on second down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A handoff as they try to run it here, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready! Viking 18! Ready, ready!
Up the middle they go. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Back deep for Olave. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. It's a gain of 34.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's shoved out of bounds and probably loses a yard.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Ready, set!
Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal.
Drop 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He'll try to set up the screen here. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints. A field goal try. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints are able to put up 3 and putt into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Ready, Viking 8, 6, 6.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 6, 19 Lions. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The short one caught by Kraft. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 70, Timberwolf.
Throwing again, Daniel. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Daniels gonna throw again. Rolling to the left. He's gonna keep it himself. And he's gonna go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go streets. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Ready.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, 2nd half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the 3rd quarter of the NFC wildcard game.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Olave is the motion man. Back to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
A big play to kick off this drive. 42 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's second and 6.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Here we go, here we go.
Give it to the first option. That's the fullback. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a third down and 4.
Brings up third and 4.
Ready.
Right back to the fullback. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down. But
the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Ready up.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Set. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. A.T. Perry, touchdown Commanders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Tight end on the move left. They'll begin here on the ground.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
31-yard line.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Ready? 70 Lions.
They send the tight end in motion.
Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Let's go now.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Here's Lane. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
Tag. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Get it. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Has caught, that's Lane. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
10 yards.
A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Washington.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And that's just an awesome play, especially in the midst of that kind of pressure. The second his head turned around, there was a guy right in his face, but he gets the ball out quick, right as he's being hit, and his guy does the rest with the ball in his hands.
Daniels pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
On the draw, it's Brooks. And he's got another one. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Washington. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Commanders 49, Saints 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Third and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll drop to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Forced to his right. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard.
Ready, go.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him. He's able to bring him down for a loss.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
Broncos, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the Saints first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. That'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll send their tight end left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
60 Bison. Ready.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Saints first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll go on the ground with Devin Neal. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will get just a bit closer.
Saints 17. To kick off for the Saints.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.